honors to the elders of GMS. Salutations to all the Akim out there that's pushing this truth. And the name of this lesson is called Out of My Cold, Dead Blue Hands, alright? Which is a slogan from a leader from the NRA. And the NRA means National Rifle Association, alright? With only Edomites are in it, okay? Why? Because, and I don't even think they allow niggas in the NRA. If it is, it's very few. But they're all about their gun rights, you know. But let's go on with this first. Let's clear this off of here. And let's check out my man right here.
Every time our country stands in the path of danger,
This is his name. His name is Charles Heston.
seems to summon her finest first. Those who truly understand her. When freedom shivers in the cold shadow of true peril, it's always the patriots who first hear the call. When loss of liberty is looming, as it is now, the siren sounds first in the hearts of freedom's vanguard. The smoke in the air of our Concord bridges and Pearl Harbors is always smelled first by the farmers who come from their simple homes to find the fire and fight, because they know that sacred stuff resides in that wooden stock and blued steel, something that gives the most common man the most uncommon of freedoms. When ordinary hands can possess such an extraordinary instrument, that symbolizes the full measure of human dignity and liberty. That's why those 5 words issue an irresistible call to us all, and we must. So,
see, but a motherfucker say Esau is not the so-called white man. See, Esau is all about his blessing, man. You know? And that's why it's going to be a lot of blood spilled in the streets of America, man. You know? These Edomites, these low-level Edomites, you know, they're not, hey, through the spirit, they know that's their blessing, man. They just not giving up their guns like that, you know? So it's gone.
So, as we set out this year to defeat the divisive forces that would take freedom away, I want to say those fighting words for everyone within the sound of my voice to hear and to heed, and especially for you, Mr. Gore. From my cold, dead hands,
see? And Esau means that shit, man. You're just not taking their guns, man. Alright? Just read a little bit up on them. Just a little bit. You probably just read this part right here. It says, I'll give you my gun when you pry it, or take it from my cold, dead hands. Alright? And Esau means that, man. You're just not taking their guns. It says, is a logo popularized by National Rifle Association, NRA, on a series of bumper stickers. It is a variation of a slogan mentioned in a 1976 report from the Senate of the Judiciary Committee Subcommittee to investigate juvenile delinquency. I will give up my gun when you peel my cold fingers from around it. The original version did not originate with the NRA, but with other gun right groups or gun rights groups. The Citizens Committee for the Right to Keep and Bear Arms base is a Bellevue, Slovakia is based in Bellevue, Washington, along with, if guns are outlawed, only outlaws will have guns. See, so Esau, he lives and he's gonna die by that blessing, man. And I'm talking about these low-level Edomites, man. You know, it's the whole thing of Esau. He wants to unarm the population, all right, so he can bring in this new world order, man. So he won't have no opposition against him, all right. So he has to bring in, you know, these different gun laws, you know, and that's why you see all these different mass shootings, all right. And like the scripture says, well, we are not ignorant to what Satan's devices, all right. It says it's a slogan that is often used by gun owners and supporters in discussions of gun control in the United States. The phrase gained profound popularity following the 129th NRA convention in Charlotte, North Carolina on May 20th, 2000, when the actor and president at the time of the NRA, Charles Heston, ended a speech by concluding, for the next 6 months, Democratic presidential candidate and then the Vice President of the United States, Al Gore, is going to smear you as an enemy. He will slander you as a gun-toting, knuckle-dragging, bloodthirsty maniac who will stand in a way of a safer America. Will you remain silent? I will not remain silent if we were going to stop this. This is vital to every law-abiding gun owner and American registration to vote and show up at polls on election day. Yeah, but anyways, man, I'm gonna go get something else too. Just read a little bit from here. It's a video on here that I was looking at too. It says, as a debate over how to prevent school shootings has continued, President Donald Trump has purposed several responses. He's endorsed and raising the minimum age for buying certain firearms, tighter background checks, arming teachers. That's not gonna happen. I'm just gonna stop right there, man. You know, because what they're gonna do, they're just gonna take your damn guns. You know, they don't give a Esau got an agenda that he wants to fulfill. You know, and that's his new world order. Okay. So let's start off with Genesis 25 and 25. All right, Genesis. Let me change version. God damn it. Damn thing is doing whatever the hell it wants to fucking do. But let me knock down some of this stuff. Alright. These damn computers already had too much stuff open there to get the tripping. Genesis. No, Genesis 27. Salakia. Turn the page. Genesis 27 and 38. Alright. It says, and Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and he wept. Alright. So Esau was, weeping. Crying. Okay. In fact, let me magnify this a little bit. Alright. Lifted up his voice and he wept. Alright. Basically mourn, lamentation. Okay. It says, and Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, Salakia. Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even also my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. Alright. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth and of the dew of heaven from above. and by the sword, all right, cutting instrument, knife, sword, dagger, knife, matlock sword, tool, or what's the modern day sword? The gun. It says what? Shall thou live and shall serve thy brother, and shall come to pass when thou shalt have dominion. But which, that was the point right there, man. The Lord gave Esau a sword, man, okay? All right, which is his blessing, man. And Esau is just not going to give that up, man. But that Edomite stated, what, out of my cold blue hands? Because if you taking Esau's sword, basically what? You taking his rulership, you know? That's a big sign of Esau falling, you know? Is Edomites getting their guns taken away, which is their blessing, and that's spiritual, because that's what the Lord is doing. The Lord is snatching their rulership and their blessing away from them, you know. All right, Esau is the so-called white man, because when you go into the scriptures, which, hold on, we're gonna get into that real quick. First, let's go into Revelations. Let's get more on this sword. Revelations. All right, 6 and 4. And there went out another horse that was red. All right, if you notice, it was red. Okay, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they shall kill one another. And there was given to him what? A great sword. See, a great sword. When you go into it, look, it says a knife. It is dirt, figuratively war. Okay. Judicial punishments, sword. All right. So if you thinking you taking away Esau's sword, hey, the scripture says what? A great sword. All right. All right, and peace is taken what? From the earth. All right. So that proves the so-called white man is the wicked. All right. And he's all about what? That sword. All right. That's why what? He was the first to come up with what? The nuclear missile, all right? So that proves right there that he's also Esau too, all right? Now, if you notice, it mentioned right here, Genesis, all right? Because it mentioned in Revelations, the 6th chapter, what? That horse was red, all right? Which that's a very big, what? Attribute of Esau. That's how we know who is Esau today, all right? Which is the so-called white man. All right, and the first came out red all over, like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. And the word Esau means what? He is wasted away. All right, Ashawa from the Hebrew. All right, red. If you notice that what? That horse was red. And when you go into what? Genesis, the 27th chapter, right? It mentions what? Isaac blessing Esau with what? A sword, man. So Esau is just not going to give up that sword, man, all right, or what? His blessing, his rulership, without a fight, you know. Expect for it to be a lot of blood in the streets of America, you know. He's not going down without a fight, man. I'm talking about these lower level Edomites, man, you know. Well, this is Isaiah 19 and 2. Shalakia. Put it 2. Alright. Start from 1. It says, in the burden of Egypt, Isaiah 19:1, behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt. The idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence. The heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. They shall fight. See, basically what? You Americans against what? You Americans, man. All right. And it says what? They shall fight, every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city. All right, kingdom against kingdom. All right, and that's what's gonna happen when Esau try to roll down. All right, on Esau, gonna roll down on Esau, gonna roll down on Esau. So I say what? Egyptian against the Egyptian. All right. Then it says what? Everyone against his brother. All right. Like grab one more scripture. Salakia. Get this one last scripture. Alright, because this is a big sign of Esau going down. Right, Matthew 12:25. And Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto him, every kingdom divided against itself is brought into desolation. And that's eventually what's going to happen to America. It's going to be what? Brought into desolation. Alright? Nothing. Destruction. Pick up that word. See, to lay waste, come to naught. America's going to come to naught. Nothing. It says, every city or house divided against itself, what? Shall not stand. Alright? And that's what you see. You're going to have these Edomites, what? Divided against itself. And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. Alright? How shall then his kingdom stand? So that's what I was saying. That's a big sign that what Esau is going down. When Esau try to roll down and take these guns. And if I be Beelzebub, cast out devils, by whom do your children cast them out? Therefore, if they shall be your, which there's the Lord talking about niggas, man. Alright, they should be your judges. But if I cast out devils by the spirit of Yahweh, then the kingdom of God is coming to you. Alright, and that's what's happening. The kingdom of God is the kingdom of Yahweh by Shai is coming to this earth. Alright, and Esau's kingdom is what? Being brought to what? Desolation. Okay, so with that, I'm gonna say all praises and glory to Yahweh by Shai. Double honors to the elders of GMS, and salutations to all y'all out there that's pushing this truth. Shalom. I hope you brothers was edified.